This former French colony is the 10th smallest country in the world, with a total area of 132 square miles. Grenada is a Caribbean island located northwest of Trinidad and Tobago. It was colonized between 1649 and 1763 by the French, and still retains a strong French influence in its culture and architecture. Also known as the Island of Spice, Grenada is the world's largest producer of nutmeg and mace crops. Its population is a small 90,000 people. Malta is a Mediterranean island nation and former colony of the UK. The total land area of the island is only 122 square miles, yet it is home to a relatively large population of 450,000 people, making it one of the most densely populated places on the planet. In 1942, the entire island of Malta was awarded the George Cross by King George VI for bravery during the Second Siege of Malta during World War II, the only country to receive such an honor. Malta retains much influence from its former British colonists, and thanks to its beautiful architecture and near-perfect climate, is a favorite holiday destination for many Europeans. Located in the Indian Ocean, the Maldives is the smallest country in Asia in terms of land size and population. The nation is made up of 1,192 coral islands, all of which add up to a land area of 115 square miles. These islands are spread out over a huge area, 30,000 square miles, making it one of the most dispersed countries in the world. The Maldives are said to be under direct threat from rising sea levels, which could result in much of the land disappearing underwater within the next century. A two-island colony in the West Indies measuring only 104 square miles, St. Kitts and Nevis is the smallest country in the Americas. The beautiful islands rely heavily on tourism, and their coastlines are filled with luxury resorts and hotels. Despite the island only having a resident population of 39,000, they welcome over 500,000 tourists per year. The booming tourism industry means that the country is one of the wealthiest in the Caribbean. This German-speaking, landlocked country is located entirely within the Alps mountain range and is only 61 square miles in size. This microstage wedged between Switzerland and Austria has a reputation for being a tax haven for the world's richest people. In fact, the country itself is the world's richest when measured by GDP per capita. If you're looking to visit the tiny country, you'll have to fly to Switzerland, as Liechtenstein has no airport of its own. This tiny country is completely surrounded by Italy and claims to be the oldest sovereign state in the world, having been founded in the 4th century AD. San Marino is Europe's third smallest country and has a population of only 30,000. The country is rated as being one of the world's wealthiest, with the lowest unemployment rate and more cars than people. Most of the country is situated on Mount Titano and features stunning vistas, so it's no surprise that the country is also known as the Most Serene Republic of San Marino. Tuvalu is made up on a series of islands located in the Pacific Ocean east of Australia. The microstate is only 10 square miles in size and has a population of just over 10,000. The country was a former British colony which gained its independence in 1978. Despite most of the islands being an untouched tropical paradise, Tuvalu receives little in the way of tourism due to its remote location. Tuvalu generates around 10% of its income from commercialization of its .tv domain name and uses this money to pay for new roads and streetlights. Nauru is the smallest island nation in the world, with a landmass of only 8.1 square miles. Nauru is so small that you could comfortably walk around the entire country in less than a day. The population of the country is just over 10,000, 90% of which are unemployed. Nauru also has the dubious honor of being the most obese country in the world, with 97% of men and 93% of women either overweight or obese. The country's lack of wealth stems from a phosphate mine which initially created a booming economy, but once depleted, left the island with no industry. The second smallest country in the world is the tiny microstate of Monaco, located on the French Riviera and surrounded by France on 3 sides. The country is a tiny 0.8 square miles in size, but somehow manages to house a population of 30,000, which makes it the world's most densely populated country. Monaco has long been known as the playground of the rich and famous. It has more billionaires per capita than any other country, and its luxury goods industry dominates the economy. The largest event in the Monaco calendar is the Formula One Monaco Grand Prix, which traverses the streets of the city. The smallest country in the world is the absolutely minuscule Vatican City, also known as the Holy See. The spiritual home of over 1 billion Catholics, its total land area is 0.1 miles squared and has a population of just over 800. The country is so small you could run across its longest point in just a few minutes. Located comfortably within the city of Rome, the Vatican receives thousands of visitors per day and houses one of the most visited museums in the world. At the center of the country is the world's largest church, St. Peter's Basilica, which dominates all activity and is from where the Pope gives his sermons.